You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Ken Bufa. The man accused of killing his ex-wife and her boyfriend pleaded not guilty today from a hospital bed. Daniel Coppola injured himself while under suicide watch. Attorneys say he got surgery this week for a spinal cord injury. The 50-year-old is facing 4 counts of first-degree murder. Now, Kelly Coppola and Kenneth Pullman Jr. were killed in their home last week. Prosecutors say the defendant planned the attack in, quote, excruciating detail. And the former president of Dix Hill Soccer Club has pleaded guilty to stealing $70,000 from the club. The Suffolk DA's office says 44-year-old Matthew Dixon wrote checks to himself and used his personal Venmo account for soccer-related events and never gave the money to the club. The 44-year-old Dix Hills man will be sentenced in November. And Jake's 58 was evacuated today due to a chemical smell. Police say multiple employees got sick, and the manager says they felt dizzy after responding to a welfare check in one of the hotel rooms. Hotel guests and casino goers were forced to evacuate.
Everybody slowly but carefully and politely, everybody evacuated the building.
Officials found no threat to the public and let people back inside nearly 2 hours later. And a judge has delayed Donald Trump's sentencing in his hush money case until after the election in November. Here's a look at the scene outside of Trump Towers earlier today. Sentencing was originally scheduled for September 18th. It will now be on November 26th. The former president was convicted of 34 counts of falsifying business records related to hush money payments to porn star Stormy Daniels. And one Long Island school is adopting a new cell phone policy, which includes locking them up in pouches. Sherry Einhorn has the story.
Starting next month, there's a new cell phone policy in place for all middle school students here in the Smithtown School District. And as you might imagine, parents have very mixed reactions to it. Here's the email sent from the district to the community dated Thursday. Starting in October, all students in grades 6 through 8 will be required to lock up their cell phones in these pouches once they get to school. Students will keep the pouches on them and unlock them at the end of the school day. The district says the goal is to limit distractions in the classroom and improve overall student engagement, mental health, and well-being. Some parents told us they think it's a great idea.
I'm for it. As long as there's an emergency plan in place, you know, where the parents can call the school, God forbid, or they can get in touch with the teacher right away.
If you had kids in school currently, in light of recent events, would you feel the same way about the cell phones?
Definitely. I'd want them to adhere to no cell phone unless during recess or lunch.
Other parents told us off camera the timing was terrible, with the district email coming out the day after a deadly school shooting in Georgia. There are also many comments on a local Facebook page criticizing the new policy, with some parents saying they will not allow their kids to comply because of safety concerns.
This is a tough spot if you're a school superintendent.
Bruce Torf is a professor of educational psychology at Hofstra University. He says districts using the pouches or a similar semi-restrictive student cell phone system seem to be trying to find a workable compromise.
Oh, it's a politically charged issue. On the one hand, you have teachers who would really, really like these distractions gone. And on the other hand, you have parents who vary in their opinion, but in general would like to keep that, as I jokingly call a digital umbilical cord, attached to their child.
The district will have a presentation at the board meeting on Tuesday. In Smithtown, I'm Sherry Einhorn for Newsday TV.
Tough one. Now, an Italian restaurant in Westbury has closed after 40 years in business. Galleria Ristorante's website is down and phone calls are sent to an anonymous mailbox. Social media reports say an eviction notice was posted on the door last month. The restaurant's owner could not be reached for comment. The Jets and Giants get ready to kick off their season. Newsday Jets writer Al Iannazzone takes a look at the keys to success for the Jets.
The biggest key is health. So much was riding on Aaron Rodgers' health last year, and as you said, 4 snaps into the season, it was over. If Aaron Rodgers stays healthy with the roster that they've assembled, the Jets could compete for a Super Bowl. It is now or never for this team because they have a lot of guys on the final year of their contracts. They have a 40-year-old quarterback. They're built to win now. They need good health. They need younger guys growing up, and they need Hassan Reddick to make an impact when he shows up, because he's been holding out. Big defensive end who could really make an impact on that defense. But things are looking bright for the Jets that finally that 13-year playoff drought should end this year.
As for the Giants, expectations are a little lower. Newsday's Giants writer Kimberly Jones has a look at what Big Blue needs to do to succeed this season.
I think what the Giants have to do this season is get off to a good start. And they have that opportunity at home against the Minnesota Vikings at MetLife Stadium. A win in week 1 just has the feel of a big win for a team that wants to get off to a great start and really has to, given how a couple of these recent seasons have gone. Let's talk about this season. Dexter Lawrence told me in the locker room that he is absolutely bullish on the defense, the coaching, and he wants his teammates to absolutely embrace this opportunity to do good things this season. Dexter's voice matters. And by the way, if you haven't seen the rookie receiver, Malik Neighbors is his name, he is fantastic, and I guarantee you he makes a big play on Sunday.
The Giants opened the season Sunday hosting the Vikings. The Jets are on the road, taking on the San Francisco 49ers. One of the top soccer players in Nassau is eyeing a county title. Jolie Katzen has a story you'll see only in Newsday.
I love soccer. It's my whole life.
Soccer has been a part of Enry Hernandez's life from a young age, and now he hopes to continue at the collegiate level. But first, he's looking to soak in every second of his senior season.
Just going to practice every day after school with the boys, going to eat after a good game. That's what I'm going to miss the most.
Last season, Glen Cove fell to Garden City by just 1 goal in the Nassau AA semifinals. But Hernandez says the strong bond he and his teammates have built over the years will be what brings them to the county championship this time around.
What makes us a good team is our chemistry. We've known each other since we were little. We stay true to ourselves and just focused to the main goal of winning. And I think we can succeed.
Goal scoring is Hernandez's specialty. He finished last season one of Nassau's highest scorers with 15 goals and has made 5 playoff game-winning shots for Glen Cove over his varsity career. So what's his secret to keeping his composure and executing?
When I'm in the field, I zone out. I just focus on myself and on the team, and think it's just some it's luck and my positioning. I think I really have a powerful shot, and some keepers just get scared of my shots.
It certainly is comforting to know that the team has someone they could rely on, but it's also comforting to know that he's just as willing to let somebody else on the team share the spotlight, and that's really the mark of a good player.
Smith says that after coaching Hernandez since his freshman season, there wouldn't be a more perfect ending than winning a county or Long Island title.
I hope that he gets to lift the championship trophy. That's what I hope.
Jolie Katzen, Newsday TV.
See Newsday's list of the top 100 boys soccer players at Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
The fall movie season is here. I'm Rafer Guzman, film critic for Newsday, with a look at 4 big movies coming this fall. They are Joker, Folie à Deux, Wicked, A Complete Unknown, and first up, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Are you doing this?
Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. I'm needed upstairs. Bob, hold down the fort.
It's been more than 35 years since Beetlejuice, Tim Burton's comedy horror classic. Burton is back for the sequel, and so are his original stars Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, and of course, Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice himself. The newcomer is Jenna Ortega. She's the star of Wednesday, a TV series produced by Burton and created by the 2 guys who wrote this movie. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice is in theaters now. Here's a very different sequel, Joker, Folie à Deux.
You can do anything you want.
The sun comes.
You're Joker.
Joaquin Phoenix returns as Arthur Fleck, also known as Joker, the supervillain of Gotham City. The first Joker from 2019 included some very strong violence. The new Joker is a musical, co-starring Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn. The director is Todd Phillips from Dix Hills. The title is French for Madness of Two. Joker, Folie à Deux comes out October 4th. Next up is Wicked.
Miss Elphaba, you can room with Miss Galinda.
Popular. I know about popular. Oh, I saved you some space, by the way.
The big screen adaptation of the hit Broadway play inspired by The Wizard of Oz. Cynthia Erivo plays Elphaba, a misunderstood green-skinned girl who becomes the Wicked Witch of the West. Pop star Ariana Grande plays the future Good Witch Glinda, and Jeff Goldblum is the wonderful wizard. Wicked is in theaters November 22nd. Finally, A Complete Unknown features Timothée Chalamet as the young Bob Dylan.
Oh, where have you been, my blue-eyed son? Oh, where have you been, my darling young one?
The director is James Mangold of the Johnny Cash biopic Walk the Line, and the story focuses on Dylan's decision in 1965 to go electric. The movie also stars Edward Norton as Pete Seeger and Monica Barbaro as Joan Baez. A Complete Unknown comes out on Christmas Day. One thing we won't see this fall is a big ready-made blockbuster like a Star Wars or an Avatar. We're between years on both those franchises. Instead, we'll see a lot of family films like Moana 2, Red 1, and Mufasa the Lion King. You can read more about these films and other movies coming out this fall on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Looking to level up your cooking skills? Well, Lisa DiStefano has today's Feed Me TV.
A cooking class awaits at the Babylon Mercantile.
It's more of a culinary center. We're focusing on anything and everything about the food and cooking and sharing a meal with your friends and neighbors.
The experience starts with appetizers. Got my name.
Karina.
Now I'm going to
get my prosecco.
Part of the experience. Cheers to a great class. Then it's time to get cooking. Ingredients are laid out and Chef Chris takes you through step by step.
So the cooking class is here. You're working with me one-on-one throughout the entire class. Garlic, and you get a full smash all the way through.
I need the 101 class. I need like the intro to cooking, the remedial.
Okay. There you go. Nice job.
Today's recipe, seafood paella.
The name just sounds so fantastic that I could never make that. And then you come in here and they take you step by step by step and you're like, oh, I could do that. It's just fun. You know, you do it with your friends.
Watch the finger, Barbara. I'm watching you.
It was so much fun to make it, right? Lots of fun. I learned a lot. All right, now the best part. It's time to eat.
We do everything from octopus to pasta to every culture, every culinary area. You're cooking for about an hour and a half, and then we focus on the idea of a communal meal together.
Got to get a little bit of everything in here. And now, the most important part. Does it taste as good as it looks? It does. I'm a good cook, wow! Elisa DiStefano, Newsday TV.
Now for more on cooking classes, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Now let's take a look at your warm but rainy Long Island weather. Sorry folks, there is rain in the forecast. You can see tonight we have mostly clear skies, but tomorrow we do have some rain in the evening. Take a closer look at tomorrow. You can see that the temps are a bit elevated. They're in the 70s now, which is kind of nice, but we do have that rain moving in. As for the 7-day forecast, the temps are going to be warmer next week than they were this week, but at least we'll be dry too.
Long Island weather is brought to you by PTRC.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Ken Buffa. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great weekend.